Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into the murky depths of Cold War espionage to explore the infamous bugging of the East Berlin Embassy. This covert operation involved planting listening devices in diplomatic buildings to eavesdrop on critical conversations and gain a strategic advantage during the height of geopolitical tensions. While intelligence agencies often used such tactics, the methods employed and the high stakes surrounding the East Berlin operation make it a particularly dirty chapter in the history of espionage. In this episode, we'll uncover the details of this operation, the tactics used, and its lasting implications. Let's get into it. What was the bugging of the East Berlin Embassy? During the Cold War, East Berlin was a hotbed of espionage, with spies from both sides constantly seeking to outmaneuver each other. One of the dirtiest tactics involved bugging embassies, a strategy aimed at intercepting confidential diplomatic communications. Western intelligence agencies, particularly the CIA and MI6, were allegedly behind an operation to plant listening devices in the embassies of Soviet-aligned nations in East Berlin. The primary targets were communications between Soviet diplomats and East German officials, which often contained sensitive information about military strategies, political maneuvers, and economic plans. These listening devices were secretly installed in walls, furniture, and even electrical wiring during covert nighttime operations. The goal was to gain access to real-time intelligence, which could then be used to counter Soviet strategies and stay one step ahead in the Cold War chess game. The dirty details of the operation. This operation stands out for its risky and unethical methods. Installing bugs required operatives to infiltrate heavily guarded embassies in East Berlin, often posing as maintenance workers or using forged credentials. The bugs themselves were state-of-the-art, designed to avoid detection by security sweeps. However, the operation wasn't without consequences. Diplomatic buildings are considered sovereign territory under international law, meaning that bugging an embassy is a direct violation of diplomatic norms. This blatant disregard for sovereignty turned the operation into a dirty play, risking severe diplomatic fallout if discovered. Moreover, the secrecy surrounding the operation meant that innocent staff members in these embassies often became unwitting pawns. Security sweeps and investigations following suspected leaks sometimes led to unjust accusations and punishments, exacerbating tensions within diplomatic circles. The fallout, exposure, and consequences. Although highly effective in gathering intelligence, the bugging of the East Berlin Embassy was eventually discovered, creating a diplomatic scandal. Soviet and East German officials accused the West of violating international law and compromising the safety of diplomatic personnel. The exposure strained relations between the superpowers and sparked a wave of retaliatory actions. The East ramped up counterintelligence efforts, making future espionage operations more difficult and dangerous. For Western intelligence agencies, the scandal highlighted the thin line between strategic necessity and reckless overreach. Legacy and lessons learned. The bugging of the East Berlin Embassy is a stark reminder of the extreme lengths intelligence agencies went to during the Cold War. While the operation yielded valuable intelligence, it also set a dangerous precedent for violating diplomatic norms. The methods employed blurred the lines between strategic espionage and outright sabotage, leaving a legacy of mistrust and heightened surveillance practices. In today's world, the tactics pioneered during operations like this have evolved with advancements in technology. Cyber attacks and digital espionage have largely replaced physical bugging, but the ethical and legal questions remain as relevant as ever. The bugging of the East Berlin Embassy exemplifies the shadowy tactics of Cold War espionage, where strategy often came at the expense of ethics and international law. While the operation provided critical intelligence, It also revealed the darker side of global politics, where no boundary was off limits. If you found this exploration into Cold War espionage fascinating, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay updated on future content. Let us know in the comments what you think about this operation, and if there are other covert missions you'd like us to uncover. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.